Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for ScubaRadio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that ScubaRadio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Up under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for ScubaRadio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me.
Hola, amigo.
How are you?
Hola.
Are you having
bien.
good? Having a feeling good? Feeling good about today?
Yeah.
Is it going to be a great adventure, or are you feeling a little down because of Shark Week? Shark Week got you up or down, CJ?
Up.
Up. You feel good about Shark Week?
I mean,
It's not a trick question. I'm just asking.
it's fun to see sharks on TV.
It's
I wish
fun.
I saw as many sharks when I dive as there are on those dives.
True. But now that, last week we were talking about what to expect for Shark Week, we've had a week to kind of digest it. You ate it all up, didn't you?
I didn't see every night. I saw
You saw a lot of it, I would
several
assume.
nights.
Yeah, you saw the first night.
I saw a good chunk.
A good chunk. You saw Tiffany Haddish. You saw
Yeah.
Brad Paisley,
I did see those.
JB Smoove.
He's funny. I saw that.
He was hilarious.
I like him.
Yeah. And who else was on? Sharknado.
I saw that today. I
You
don't know
did?
if it was a rerun, but I saw that this afternoon.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough, I guess. But yeah, there was a lot of celebs on Shark Week, including the guys from Jackass. And so we got a lot to talk about today because a lot of stuff happened on Shark Week. And, I just kind of want to throw it out there, the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad, as well as CJ, which, by the way, squad's made up of Bubble Boy, Jerry the Diver Guy, Vinny Two Tanks, and our special guest, Dr. Doug, is with us. Dr. Doug Ebersol as well. Doug, how are you, buddy?
Doing great, Greg.
Now,
Sorry,
were
I've
you
been around for a while?
Yeah, well, that's okay. Yeah, he's saving lives. He's a heart surgeon, and I don't know. Are you so busy you don't have time to even bother with Shark Week these days, Doug, or no? What do you think?
No, actually, I watched a few of them.
You did?
I'm like you. I used to watch it a lot, and when it got a little kind of overly dramatic, and I kind of stopped watching years ago. But I taped a whole bunch of them, and I've watched a few. Some of them were pretty good. I purposely did not watch the Jackass one, but I looked at the one with the sharks delivering babies off South Carolina, and I looked at the Sharknado and the William Shatner because I thought that was impressive. He's 90 years old and diving with sharks. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I will tell you, my favorite show of the week was Shark Trek with William Shatner and Josh Gates from Expedition Unknown. That was quite entertaining. There were a lot of Star Trek references, and Josh Gates played himself, a Star Trek nerd. And it was pretty apparent because he knew all these little backwards, kind of Star Trek things he could bring up and kind of annoy William Shatner with them and stuff. And
I do know that the Klingon has nothing to do with your underwear.
What? Are you sure about that? I'm not sure if that's accurate.
I thought it was fun. He even brought out a phaser when they're underwater with the tiger sharks. That was pretty funny.
It was. There was a lot of special moments. And I got to say, a tip of the hat once again to Josh Gates from Expedition Unknown. He did, his show, his late night talk show, Josh Gates Tonight. And it's corny, but it's actually pretty good.
Is he the guy that was mixing the drinks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I interviewed him last year.
I didn't know his name, but I did see that.
Yeah. So I interviewed him last year. So we're close personal friends. And
hey, Greg.
Huh?
Just because you interview someone once, that doesn't make him your friend.
Close personal friends. Got it.
It was an obligation.
And so me and Josh go way back, and I was very impressed with what he did. He basically is given a plate of crap and it's like, hey, can you make this entertaining? Because until he started that show, late night show,
Sounds
each
like
night-
corporate radio.
maybe. That show was rough because at the end of the night, I think it was like 11 o'clock each night of Shark Week, they would do these talk shows. And man, before Josh came around last year or the year before, maybe this is the third, I think it's the second, it was terrible. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is embarrassing to watch.
Do you like Bob the Shark?
No, I do not. And but he kind of jokes about it in a fun way. Like we talked to Bob the Shark, because, well, we're obligated to. It's contractually. So he kind of makes it into a stick. So I think Josh Gates does a phenomenal job with that show. That said, there were actually some pretty good shows, I thought, overall for Shark Week, with the exception of the Jackass show.
So what was wrong with the Jackass show?
All right, well, give me your thoughts about it, Jerry the Diver Guy. What do you think?
Well, I mean, you knew growing up with Jackass and what they done, how it was going to be, but at the end, they all learned their lesson. And you knew what was going to happen. Somebody was going to get bit.
Well, okay. If that...
Oh, no, Poopies.
Yeah. Poopies is the latest Jackass star. There's a new Jackass movie coming out, so that's why
they were on it.
Yep, that's why they did this thing on Shark Week.
How many IQ points were lost collectively seeing that?
Crap load.
I'll tell you what, it was. I don't know. I was really disappointed with that whole thing. I mean, but I kind of knew going in what to expect. And you either like the Jackass stuff or you don't. And I don't have a feeling one way or another. It's really not my thing. But, hey, I see the appeal of seeing a bunch of guys make idiots of themselves. I mean, look what we've been doing for 24 years.
No,
CJ.
nothing close.
Well, true. But we do have some common – there's a little common thread there, slightly. But they just do it for pure, shock value sometimes and just do stupid crap. And, when Shark Week is supposed to be, Discovery's effort to kind of help promote shark conservation, that's, the underlying theme of it. Remember about 5 years ago, they kind of jumped the shark, and we'll tie that into this Jackass show in just a bit. When they did that whole Megalodon thing a few years ago, and it really pissed off the Marine crowd, divers and everything. I mean, I was included. I was like, what the heck are you guys doing?
I didn't watch it the rest of the week.
Yeah, it was just annoying.
I turned it off.
And whoever decided to do this Jackass special, I can't fathom why you would do this. Like, what is the benefit other than promoting the Jackass movie for sharks?
They had good things going on. I mean, like
what?
Will the sharks go for the body odor and all that mess? I mean, they did do that. They used themselves as guinea pigs.
But then so of course the last thing they do, they recreate. They talk about Happy Days and doing the jump the shark idea from Happy Days, and let's recreate that magic and have them jump over a school of sharks or something. Actually, I thought that was the one thing in the show, like, hey, that's a pretty cool idea. Until he did it, and then he jumps right into the school of sharks, and then he gets his hand bit. And it was like, oh, great.
They should call it Dumbass.
I think, I bet you that was talked about at one point during the creation of that whole franchise.
The scientist there, he pretty much knew it.
Yeah, you could tell he was not super enthusiastic about this, but you know what? The paycheck must have been pretty good for him to do that. But I just think it was a bonehead idea from the get-go, and the fact that somebody got bit, that's not good. And the reason why I'm a little up on my soapbox about this is this Jackass show has kind of overshadowed a lot of the good work they did this week. If you look in the mainstream media, it did get quite a bit of coverage online and stuff, and people see the guy's hand. Poopies is his name. Got his hand bit.
Put on a jockstrap of raw bleeding meat. I mean, only an idiot would do that.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, they did that at one point too. But that was like previous years or something, didn't they? And that was for their TV show. I think they did that. They never did it as part of Shark Week.
I hope not.
Yeah. No, but and look, they have a right to do what they want, but bringing that into Shark Week, I was like, golly, guys. It was like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back as far as the image Shark Week has and Discovery putting it out there and trying to do good work for, the marine environment and for sharks, because I think that whole thing kind of overshadowed a lot of the good stuff just because it got a lot of online buzz. If it bleeds, it leads. And it kind of did.
You know that Nat Geo has Shark Fest on for the whole month.
Correct. They're trying to counter Shark Week, and I'll tell you what, if Discovery keeps doing silly crap like that, they're going to lose in the long run, I think. That's just my 2 cents. We'll talk more about it next on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Need an escape from reality for a while? Your favorite scuba action star, Mike Scott, is back in an all-new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys: Reefs Under Pressure. From the brilliant mind of author Eric Douglas comes the thriller that started it all. Listen as Mike unravels the death of a girl, the protest of new development, and the systemic destruction of coral reefs, all against the stunning backdrop of Grand Cayman Island. This one's got it all: submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface. When he was ready and completely relaxed, he wrapped his arms through the straps of the seat cushion and gently slid into the water.
Dive back into adventure with Cayman Cowboys. Also available, Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish. Download all 5 audiobooks now at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, or audible.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of ScubaRadio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures ScubaRadio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive. Please enjoy the world premiere of the Shark Bite song by Seaside Simon and the Barnacle Boys.
Oh no, it's a shark bite. Owie, 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 owie. Oh no, it's a shark bite. Owie, 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 owie. Where's my leg?
Wow, that got kind of dark.
Oh
what?
No, it's a shark bite. Help me, 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 help me. I'm almost gone. I'm almost full. Oh no, it's a shark bite. Bye, 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 bye. That's the song. Bye, bye.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Josh Gates from Shark Week. That was from last year. I didn't hear any good ditties like that on this year's edition of Shark Week. But hats off to him. Little tip of the hat to Josh Gates from Expedition Unknown. We're close personal friends because I interviewed him once. And he did a great job, I think, on Shark Week. And pretty much most of the shows I watched, I really enjoyed. The Shark Track with Captain Kirk and Josh Gates was my favorite. They had this thing with Brad Paisley and J.D. Smooth.
That was good.
That was pretty good. And I mean, and all the other ones, there was one I was worried about. It was like In Search of the, I don't know, help me out here, Jerry, the diver guy. What was that one where they say it was last night on Friday night, In Search of the black big shark or something?
El Dorado.
Yeah, some Spanish
the spawn
reference.
of El Dorado.
Something like that. And I
City
thought,
of Gold?
no, that's not accurate. But something's lost in translation there. But it was Friday night. I thought it was like, this is going to be one of those Megalodon things. But it wasn't. It actually was a pretty good
it
shark.
actually was not exactly what the freaking title was.
Right.
I mean,
they kind of teased
different.
us. It was bait and switch. Get with yeah. Okay. Anyway, those were good, with the exception of the Jackass thing. They were all good. And I'm just annoyed that they just did the Jackass thing and it's overshadowed a lot of the good work.
Did you like the one with Steve Irwin's kid?
Yeah, I thought he was pretty good too.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Tiffany Haddish. I mean, if you're into her comedy, she's kind of funny.
I went on a little thing with her. Like at first, I found her really annoying.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, now I kind of like her.
Right.
And then I went back to annoying.
Okay.
So she almost won me. She won me over for like 20 minutes, and then I was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, the way she delivers.
She donned the big pink wetsuit.
Right. She kind of has this whole kind of vibe about her.
Yeah, at first I was like, she's irritating. And then I'm like, all right, she's kind of funny.
I think she's kind of funny. She has a little shtick going on.
I didn't know who she was.
Yeah, oh, really? You're not a fan?
I've heard the name, but I didn't
She's
really
been
know.
on a bunch of TV shows and stand-up comedy and all that kind of stuff. But, she has her own little character thing.
But she had guts,
Yeah, she did it.
She went for it.
And they had a pretty good list of celebrities participating in Shark Week.
I like the Sharknado thing. It was a little dumb.
Yeah,
'Cause they're showing, hey, guess what, kids?
I really
None
wanted
of this stuff in Sharknado would really happen. I'm like, all right.
I couldn't get it together for the show today, but there was a quote during the Sharknado Shark Week special where Tara Reid, we're close personal friends too, because I was in Sharknado 3 with her, and she makes a comment. They're talking about tiger sharks. She goes, I know that they were talking, why do they call them tiger sharks? She goes, I know it's not because a shark and a tiger made love or anything, and they just look at her like, what?
Just push her off the boat.
It was hilarious. I was like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. And I really wanted to play that little clip on the air today because it was one of those little magical, glimpse behind the curtain of like what's really going on in the heads of some of these actors, So I don't know. Maybe
If
we'll
you didn't
get
have that
some-
boat show, could have got it together.
Yeah.
They had that brain fry thing.
Okay, maybe it was that. I don't know, but
She sort of chickened out though.
Yeah.
One of the dives she skipped altogether.
Right.
And the other times they had her just on a hookah in a cage. She wasn't really scuba diving.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe she's not certified.
Yeah, I
But
don't.
Ian was down there.
Yeah, he was down. I think he's kind of into it.
What
a
was
little bit.
funny is he was doing all those cheesy lines, from the movie. He'd look at the
Right.
camera and he's like, "Sharks are coming."
Yeah, exactly. It's only about 3 years too late.
Did you
though.
see the very, very end of that episode?
Oh, I didn't. I couldn't make it to the end of that. Are you kidding me?
Well, it was great. They had it on the back of the boat, and they start pulling away, wide shot, and they said, we admit it. None of that stuff could really happen in the movies. And then a beat, and then they had a animated shark, like CGI, come up, grab all three of them, and then blood hit the camera.
Of course.
It was amazing.
That's what they do. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? It could resurrect that whole franchise.
What?
Yeah.
Resurrect?
Resurrect.
You mean you're going to come out of retirement?
Well, if they, I'm not going to say they've contacted me because they haven't, but there could be a Sharknado 7. You never know, in the works. Probably see how well it did with the ratings.
There could be a crisp $100 bill in it for you.
You think? That's how much I scored on the last one. I wasn't supposed to say that out loud, was I?
I don't think I don't remember exactly, but
I don't want the
know it wasn't
IRS
much.
breathing down my neck going, you made what?
I think you have to make $600.
Oh,
That's
okay.
good money.
That is great money.
Not for all day, it's not.
For a sweaty Florida tourist, 1, 2, and 3 from Sharknado 3, that was gold, baby. Oh, hell yeah.
When you can get paid for being yourself, it is a good day.
That's right.
Shut up.
Wait, hold on. What was he trying to say? Did Vinny just slight me?
That was more than one word.
I believe
Vinny
he
Two
did.
Tanks.
Just saying it.
Going for the
might be
juggler.
his
Vinny's
word
now
of the
good
day.
for the next 6 shows.
Maybe. Could be. All right,
I didn't
look.
I was a compliment.
Okay, I'll take it that way then. Fair enough. All right, look, we are joined by the Aqua Gypsy and Captain Walt DiMartini at the Gomez Hilton. It's a special day for them to join us as part of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad because yesterday was the Aqua Gypsy's birthday, and the celebrating has continued
She's what,
throughout.
23?
She's 18 now?
Yeah, we'll go with that. What do you say, Brittany? What is it?
23. So 23?
Okay.
I guessed right.
You did.
The same age as Zacapa.
Okay.
Is
The
the what?
age of Zacapa.
Oh, the ROM.
23.
All right, I've got readers in there, I think. Yes, yeah, it was
There it is.
There
Yeah,
you
they're
go.
showing us
Cheers.
on Facebook Live. And
There you go.
celebrating Shark Week, celebrating a birthday. I have a feeling people are socially lubricated. Well, actually, you're not at the Gomez Hilton. You're out on the water, it looks like.
we are on a boat.
They're on a boat.
They're on a boat at the sandbar.
How about that?
We are in Haulover Inlet in Miami.
Look at that. And you're at a sandbar where they're doing like just hanging out this afternoon, listening to Scuba Radio and.
That's correct. We are on a yacht in Haulover Inlet currently right now.
They're on a yatchet. Look at that. They're living the life. Look at it. The Aqua Gypsy has ditched us for more expensive folks to hang with. Can you blame her? It's her birthday. All right. We'll find out more of what's going on. Look at that video. Oh, that's sweet.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Conventional underwater scooters can be heavy, unwieldy, and underpowered. At just over 8 pounds and with speeds of up to 7 miles per hour, the Scuba Jet Pro dive scooter is a game changer and fits in your dive bag. The Scuba Jet Pro uses an eco-friendly jet engine with impeller technology. With adapters, it can even power paddleboards, canoes, kayaks, and all kinds of water sports equipment. It's the most versatile scooter you'll ever own. Learn more and get the Scuba Jet Pro at ScubaJet.com. That's ScubaJet.com.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to Nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new Scuba Radio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 Scuba Radio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always. And I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New Scuba Radio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. That's the Scuba Cowboy. He's going to be joining us at Bugfest here in a couple weeks. Not even that, actually. It'll be starting a week from Tuesday. down at Lauderdale by the Sea. He's going to be there gigging. Kickoff of lobster mini season Tuesday night at the Plunge Beach Hotel. If you want to go and join us, there are some special rates available to Bug Fest attendees at the Plunge Beach Hotel. We'll be sharing that info with you a little bit more later on. But there's a link at ScubaRadio.com if you want to jump the gun or jump the shark. See what I did there, CJ? Anyway, we have that to look forward to for sure. On top of going down to Jupiter, Florida that Monday before for Turtletown. Yes,
now,
the Scuba Radio crew are going to Turtletown.
Are you hosting that, or what's the deal? What is your involvement?
Well, it's a Force Blue event.
Right.
Those guys that are they're retired special ops military folks. I mean, actually, Dr. Doug Ebersol, do you belong to you're on the board of Force Blue, right? Or
Yeah,
consultant or what?
I'm on the diving medical board.
Yeah, 'cause see, he's because he's like a former military himself.
And he couldn't still block your involvement.
Well, he didn't know about it. I actually alerted him, like, hey, they
slipped
want me
through.
to come. They're like,
I
oh,
think he would
crap.
have to approve that.
Yeah, you were on the list. They obviously hadn't seen it, right, Dr. Doug? Is that the deal?
Must be something. There's actually some wonderful guys. I don't know how well you know them, but it's a really fine organization that everybody should support. I mean, these are formal special ops guys that have always been so mission driven in their job, and then they get out of the military. A lot of them have had some PTSD problems, or at least trouble getting back to working a typical job at Walmart or Lowe's or something.
Right, and this gives them an activity to get involved in and still use those skills that they honed in while they were serving our country. It's great. It's a great organization. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally going to be working with them. And we'll talk more about it next. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
The sky is looking cloudy. You can hardly see the sun. I'll stand my ground, but you wusses better run. My two-blade chainsaw in my left hand, a dagger in the right. Fins are falling from the sky, and that's a crazy sight. Some of these huge bastards are bigger than most cars, but I'll take my bumps and bruises because chicks dig the scars. Maybe they'll swallow me whole. Oh, wouldn't that be some fun? But that was a piece of cake. Did you see Sharknado 1? What? Whoa! Oh, you want a piece of me? Come on, bring it! Bring it! Uh-oh! Oh! Oh, shit! Oh, there's the chainsaw! Come on! Who's your daddy now? Yeah. Yeah, there was my audition for Sharknado 3. I had a chainsaw, the whole thing.
And they went,
I had
no,
a
just
song.
go stand over here.
Yeah. Said, we really don't need that. We got those parts covered. We just need a sweaty Florida tourist 1, 2, and 3. Can you do that? I'm like, it's a stretch. But it was like, what's my motivation?
How much water did you have to drink to continue sweating all day?
I
you
didn't.
Just constantly chugging?
Yeah. Just had a little bit of that. And, it was 95 degrees outside, so there was my motivation.
They sprayed water on him all the time.
The rest was history.
Yeah, was the sweat real or was it glycerin?
I can't share my acting secrets
No, you can tell us.
With common folk like you.
Wow. Glad it didn't go to your head.
Never. Anyway, yeah, Sharknado was on Shark Week, and hopefully that's where it'll stay. We won't hear much about it ever again.
I got a feeling it's coming back.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Jerry's making a prediction. We'll see. Time will tell. It's interesting. It's a little bit, it's been a while since the last Sharknado movie. So the fact that it did show up on Shark Week this year kind of does make me wonder, like, all right, are they trying to bring, are they going to bring the band back together? I will say I haven't been contacted yet, but there's still a chance. They haven't,
Maybe they'll run out of celebrities next year and you could be on Shark Week.
Right. No, that'll never happen.
He does Scuba Radio, and he was an extra in Sharknado 3.
Then again, they did the Jackass thing. They're reaching. So, Who's
Except,
to
what are they
say?
going to teach you? You pretty much know a lot of stuff about
They're
sharks anyway.
Scraping a chum bucket.
That'd be an interesting thing. Like,
I would
what
like
we
to
do?
see you. I've seen it live, but I'd like to see it on TV. You puking underwater. That'd be funny.
Okay, like Puke-nado.
Yeah.
All right.
Greg chums the water.
All right. We brought in a professional chummer. It's like, obviously he went to Denny's for breakfast this morning. Look at that.
2 moons over my hammy.
Okay.
Oh, and the grits too. Oh, and the pancakes. And what's that? A meatball?
Hey, phone's ringing, hotline's ringing. Could be Discovery Channel on line 3. No, it's a telemarketer. Crap. Anyway.
No, it's about your car insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost expired.
Okay. So anyway, we'll see where that goes. As far as Shark Week, that's a thing. We're moving on to more positive things here as far as looking forward to this event with Force Blue down in Jupiter. We're going to Turtletown. And I got to say,
I've said
when
all
I
I'm
say
gonna say
that
about
out
that
loud
last week.
Yeah, it does. It sounds strange that, what are you doing on Monday, 9 to 1, a week from Monday?
Not controlling my bowels.
I'm going to Turtletown in Jupiter to tag, catch, help the folks from Force Blue catch, tag, and measure, and take all these scientific measurements. There's a turtle facility down there, a sea turtle facility right down there. I think it's in Juneau, just south of the Jupiter Inlet, where we're doing this event with Force Blue. And the folks are going to be out there to help out, and the guys, the retired special ops folks from Force Blue, like Dr. Doug's peeps, they're going to be helping wrangle the turtles, I believe. Yeah.
I have an idea for that.
Okay,
when you're
what's
down
that?
there.
Okay.
First,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to really know what the turtle experience is.
Yeah.
And you can really empathize and maybe protect them a little better. You strap on something resembling a big turtle shell.
Okay, kind of like a
Make it
Teenage
kinda
Mutant Ninja
hard,
Turtle
hard
thing.
to get around.
Yeah.
And then I want you to go in the sand and lay your eggs. Bury them, and then try to swim out into the surf and make it.
Okay, just so I can empathize with the sea turtle and its
Be the
plight.
turtle. Yeah.
Be the turtle.
I think it's the only way.
I don't think that's going to
really get you in the mindset.
Actually, Jerry.
That would be.
Jerry the diver guy is coming down with me, so maybe we could give him an assignment to do just that.
Oh, you're putting it on him.
Yeah. Let him go to Turtletown. He's coming to Turtletown. You might as well put him to work. And it'd give him something to do as opposed to just kind of walk around and annoy everyone.
Call me when you go to Tuna Town.
Really?
Yeah.
That
one I'd be into.
I don't think that's on the schedule anytime soon. However, Mermaid Kristen is going to be there on site with us.
God help us.
What are you looking at me like that for? CJ?
What a segue.
It was your face. What's wrong with you?
Dear God, help us! Oh, brother.
I don't get it.
I can't see.
Okay. Anyway, Kristen is planning to be there as a mermaid as usual.
Is that why Barry's coming?
You know what? We're gonna have the.
Speaking of Barry, where the
entire
hell
crew.
is he?
He's there for Turtletown.
No, he went. I think he went down to Naples, Florida today, because that is
Went down or went over?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if he went diving or not. But Brittany lives in the Aqua Gypsy, lives over there.
That's why she's out of town now.
Exactly. It was safe for him to travel to that part of the state.
He's like,
because
yeah, come on
Brittany wasn't
over.
there. Yeah. So I don't know. He's off doing nonsense. Something not very important, I'm sure. But he is planning to go to Turtletown a week from Monday. So Barry be there, Jerry, maybe even CJ and the whole crew. And then we're going to pack up the next day and head down to Bugfest. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun week for sure. And Vinny Two Tanks, I know, this thing with Force Blue kind of came together fairly quickly, and he had already scheduled his plans out for Bugfest, and he's not flying into South Florida until what, Tuesday or Monday? You're going to miss it? Is that the deal? You got to turn your mic on, Vinny. Yeah, we've only been doing this like,
muted,
what,
Vinny.
five years?
Not if you understand.
Yeah.
The word of the day is microphone.
Mute. The word is mute.
Yeah, his mic's not working, but we can see
it
him.
just dawned on him.
Yeah, sorry.
There
about
he
that.
is. Okay, Vinny.
Hey, well, in any case, I'll see you for Bugfest and at the party,
At the Plunge Beach
pre-party.
Hotel at the kickoff party,
and,
right?
And then I'll get the first. I'll hear about this Turtletown because I think it's going to be fun.
Right.
I can't wait to hear
Why
about
are
it.
you not joining us?
Because he couldn't
just
change his
explained it.
flight.
Yeah.
Listen, Jerry, listen.
Yeah. Well, since Barry's not here, he has to fill that
Somebody's
void.
got to fill those big shoes.
That's right. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it'll be fun. Turtletown is a site there at Jupiter Inlet where the sea turtles frequent. I had not heard about this until the folks from Force Blue
They educated you.
told me
Hey,
about this
Greg,
event
please
they're
bring-
going to do.
Please
Yeah.
bring your iPhone camera in the waterproof thing. I'd like to see some video.
Not going to do it. Sorry. If you're not there, you're crap out of luck there, Vinny.
We've been
we
moved off from that, Vinny.
Yeah, no, we're going to do that. I mean, yeah, I'm going to bring a GoPro and probably try to film some stuff. We're going to have our scuba jets with us. Who knows? Maybe we'll put those to work. We'll have Mermaid Kristen. She'll do the mermaid thing. And, we'll have Jerry the diver guy dressed up as, a Monticello from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Monticello?
I don't know. What the hell's, what are the...
Donatello.
Yeah, that guy. That's what I said.
while flying over turtles.
Yeah, he's going to dress as a turtle, and maybe he'll be an attractant to the other sea turtles again. It's very shallow. It's only like 4 feet, 5 feet deep. It's a real shallow
Don't you
area.
think the
I think
scuba
you guys are
jets
going to have fun.
Yeah.
Don't you think the scuba jets might freak the turtles out, though?
Well, we're going to
if
bring them. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll use them, maybe we won't, but we'll have them on hand. I mean, the Aqua Gypsy's going to be there. She's going to bring some scuba jets as well as our stash here from Scuba Radio. So we'll have quite a few. We'll look cool.
It'll be
And
good for lobster hunting.
I think they will be. We'll be able to cover a lot of ground. Not only from actually, we could start in Turtletown and cruise all the way down to Lauderdale by the Sea, about an hour
let's do
south.
it.
Yeah, that won't kill the batteries at all.
No, well, we got we got the big long one.
Battery test.
And we got a big long battery too. Hey!
Greg's taking a tuna boat to
Oh
Turtletown.
boy, oh quit it. Just stop it. All this talk. It's making me tired. It's scaring me. More coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Larry, I'm freaking out.
Why?
Florida's spiny lobster season is almost here and we could end up as a diver's dinner.
Lenny, you and me are the defending tag team hide-and-seek champions.
But they...
And even if they do spot us, we're masters of escape.
Oh yeah, Chris Angel? Try escaping the equalizer.
Oh, crap.
Limit out with the lightweight trigger-operated Equalizer lobster snare. Get yours now at Florida dive retailers and lobsterlooper.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hello, this is Koji. I'm a diver, originally from the land of the rising sun. But now, America, my home. You are listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Run! It's Godzilla!
Now, here is someone considered by many to be the Godzilla of diving. Greg the Dive Master, coming Tokyo!
Ah, thank you, Koji. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ in the studio with me. We got Bubble Boy with Vinny Two Tanks, Jerry the Diver Guy, and our special guest, Dr. Doug Ebersol. He's a heart surgeon, cardiologist. He does it. He's our expert. He's the one who brings a little bit of sanity to this crew. And we thank him for joining us today. Dr. Doug, what's been up with you? You been doing a lot of diving or what? What do you think?
Well, he's gone Vinny on us.
Vinny set a trend. That's right.
Damn it, Vinny.
Oh, okay. Now we got him, I think. You flip that mic switch on there now?
Yeah, I got it.
There we go. That's
sorry
right.
about that. So, yeah, I've actually done some, been doing some training, and I've got the son of a friend of mine that I've been kind of mentoring, who just got diving, and so I've been trying to kind of take him out and kind of get his nitrox and get some experience and just kind of get him kind of squared away a little bit.
There you go. So this is a new dive buddy that you're bringing into the fold. Oh, God bless you for it. Yeah. All right. So you've been keeping busy.
It was actually kind of funny. We had to show you, for those of us been diving a long time, we did our first dive off West Palm Beach a few weeks ago. He just done the springs before that. And it was not good conditions. The visibility was 15 or 20 feet. It really wasn't that much marine life, in my opinion, compared to what it usually is. So we pop up to the surface, waiting for the boat to pick us up, and I was kind of apologetic, saying, hey, usually it's a lot better than this. And he's screaming, that was awesome.
Yeah.
It's always like the best thing ever. So it's all relative.
Exactly. It's all about perspective. If you don't have that experience and you've never done it before, I mean, you could just throw somebody in a bathtub sometimes, first time on scuba gear, and they'll go, oh my God, that was amazing.
Exactly.
It really is fun. And as a, seasoned diver, like Dr. Doug, it's easy to get jaded, to take some of that stuff for granted. I'll tell you, watching Shark Week, the thing that I watch for is just how, how the reefs and the video quality of some of the stuff they get on some of the dives is pretty spectacular stuff. They're all shooting, 4K, 8K, or God knows what. And some of the quality of the video footage is just spectacular. And but it's interesting for me, a lot of the places that they shoot, I have been fortunate enough to visit myself over the years of doing this show. And even, my family's watching it with me and stuff. And when we're seeing some of the more majestic scenes, like, I don't know, the one show that I was watching where they're off the coast of Baja, California, and they were, getting whale sharks, and the geography looked pretty spectacular. Kind of little, reminded me a little bit of the Red Sea or Galapagos. Visibility wasn't that great, but, they had big marine life. The plankton blooms bring in like the whale sharks and stuff like that. And it looks impressive on video. And I was telling my wife, she's like, have you done that? I'm like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, I've been there, done that. It's no big thing. I said, actually, it's the video is kind of misleading because to get up close and personal with that whale shark, they had to, navigate all this crappy visibility. And the water's kind of cold and all the work you got to get to just to get this cloudy type shot for the TV show is actually is a little misleading because, you see it on the video. It looks, oh, my God, look at that. That's a 30-foot whale shark. That looks impressive. But you can see how cloudy it is. And just from the experience I have had, and Dr. Doug backed me up on this, is like, video cameras and TV shows have a tendency to make things look a little bit better than they do in real life sometimes. Are you with me on that?
Yeah, because they're basically shooting everything wide angle, so you're within 6 inches or a foot of something. So,
right.
You can make 10-foot visibility look pretty good if you get close enough.
Exactly. Well, and they even made a comment like, oh, you can't see, we're losing visibility and stuff. And it still the video looks great. And I've done plenty of video shoots like that where the footage comes out spectacular. But when you're on the dive, you're like, this kind of blows. I can't see, past 10, 20 feet. But if you get a whale shark within 10 foot of you, it looks pretty amazing.
You've gotten better at that because it used to be the other way around. We'd have a great dive, and then we'd look at it later, and it looked crappy.
This is true. It's amazing what
it was way better in real life.
I think it's all about the lighting. I remember one time Jim Abernathy showed me a video he took of some Goliath grouper with a little GoPro. And I said, that's amazing. You got that kind of footage just with the GoPro. And he goes, well, it's all about the lights. So I looked up the lights he had used, and for his $300 GoPro, he had used two $2,000 lights each.
Right.
So $4,000 of the lights for a $300 GoPro, you can get some pretty good images.
So true. It's pretty remarkable what you can do.
Yeah, bank of right field lights from Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you can bring the power of the sun down underwater with you, you can get some spectacular footage every time. But, it's fun to watch, and I always like seeing the quality footage of what they get. And it's kind of neat. I feel very blessed from the standpoint of like, I watch these shows and like, yep, I've done that. Yep, I've done that. Yep, I've done this. And it's like, wow, I'm kind of cool. Come on, CJ, back me up there.
Yeah,
Junior on top of the boat, giving his hand signals to push the sharks out.
I don't know what he said there.
Yeah, you did not see Junior.
Of course I saw Mr. Neil Watson Jr. Of course I see him.
Jiving along with that woman.
All right. Well, Jerry the Diver guy's just rambling, blurting out nonsense. So let's wrap this up. Wrap this hour up, and we'll reset.
Can he not hear the music?
No, I don't. He can't hear. He can't hear us talk. I don't think. Can he? Or comprehend is maybe the right word. All right, it's coming up. Hour 2. Stay close.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're going to start a new life. under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to Hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me.
What up?
And we got the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. Bubble Boy, Vinny Two Tanks, Jerry the Diver Guy, even Dr. Doug Ebersol, heart surgeon, cardiologist. He does it all. He's our member of, to keep us sane here to a certain extent, or at least have medical backup when things go awry. That works, doesn't it?
Sure.
Okay, we'll go with that. Now, we're going to bring on a guest who's been very nice and generous to make Bugfest just that much better this year. It is the proprietor of the Plunge Beach Hotel. Tom O'Roy is with us, and I'm also going to dub him the Shearwater Spotlight Diver of the Week, which is brought to you by the Shearwater Peregrine Dive Computra. Embark on your adventure. Tom, welcome. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing excellent. How are you guys doing?
I bet you didn't know you were going to be the Diver of the Week this week on Scuba Radio, did you?
You totally blindsided me.
Well, hey, you're welcome, or I apologize. But
no,
regardless.
Thank you very much.
Are you looking forward to hosting the Scuba Radio crew and all these Bugfest attendees down there in Lauderdale by the Sea? Yeah.
Absolutely. After a year off, we're ready to do it again. It's going to be a great week.
I am so looking forward to Bugfest. This is going to be the first big, outdoor diving event for the diving industry since COVID. And, I think there's a lot of pent-up angst that's about to be released and hopefully focused on catching Florida spiny lobster. We'll have to wait and see how that unfolds. But regardless, it's just going to be a great social event. And I know you guys are looking forward to it just as much as all the divers, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's always been a fun week.
How has the Plunge Beach Hotel there in Lauderdale by the Sea been doing during this whole COVID craziness? You guys just fully operational now, and there's nothing holding you back, or what's going on these days?
It's been an incredible year down here. We're actually doing fantastic, and people are love coming to Florida. Everybody feels safe down on the beach, and it's just been a great year for us. Nice. And plungebeachhotel.com, I believe, is the website they can go to, right? Is that it? Yeah, you can go to plungebeachresort.com. Okay, plungebeachresort.com. Now, also, we have links there at ScubaRadio.com for a special Bugfest rate that's still in effect. If you want to come down to Lauderdale by the Sea and join us for Bugfest a week from Tuesday and take advantage of a special rate exclusively for divers that want to participate and be a part of Bugfest, right? Yes, definitely. That rate is still going to be open, and we'll leave that rate open until Bugfest kicks off. Okay, well, there you go. So take advantage of it. If you've been putting it off and you want to come and join the festivities, I'll tell you, I don't know if you've heard, Tom, but we got some pretty cool prizes to give away. Not only do we have all these cool social events, the kickoff party there at the Plunge Beach Hotel, we'll be there. We'll have mermaids. We'll have the scuba cowboy. We'll have music and all kinds of fun stuff. But we got a lot of prizes to give away, including a Shearwater dive computer. Now, I believe last time we spoke, Tom, are you certified? You're not a certified diver, are you? Or are you? I am not. I did not certify yet. You're a certified snorkeler, if I remember correctly. I'm an amateur. Well, that's okay. That's fair enough. But you like to get in the water and snorkel around, right? You just haven't got the certification. But I'll tell you, he's a very gracious host. And the pool area there, the beach diving at Lauderdale by the Sea is spectacular. The best beach diving, and actually some of the only real beach diving we have in the entire state of Florida that's worth anything. And, so you can get there. You could literally just beach dive right there in front of your condo or hotel room there at the Plunge Beach Hotel and not have to leave the resort for the entire event. Partake in the kickoff party, the Wednesday night, music fest,
And then Thursday night, we got a lobster cook-off thing. You're going to be at all those events, I assume, right, Tom?
Yeah, we'll be there. And this year they're doing something new. The town is doing a Dive Heart benefit concert on Friday night, right on the beach in front of the resort. So that's, I mean, it's a full week. We've never done it this big, and we're excited to do.
Excellent. Oh, I didn't know that. So the concert's actually going to be on the beach in front of Plunge on Friday?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right there. And it's right there on the beach in front of the resort and right in front of Backflip. So, the bar will be open, restaurant open there, Oceanfront Restaurant Backflip will be open the whole time. So it's perfect location.
Love it. And, they got great food. Obviously, they have great drinks there at the bar at Plunge Beach. We made ourselves at home last time. So I'm looking forward to partaking in a cocktail after the day of diving is done. We just got to figure out how to manage the kickoff party on Tuesday and maintain a certain level of professionalism and not drink so we can dive at midnight. You hear what I'm saying, Tom? You guys, you put this temptation of that bar right there on the beach there for the kickoff party, and it is very difficult for the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad to maintain that level of stuff. And last time we actually pulled it off. I don't know how we did it. But
that was me. That was my leadership.
Was it?
I decided I wanted to dive at midnight.
Yeah.
I said, "Who's in?"
And we all said, "Okay."
And yeah.
And
we and Brittany and myself and a couple of her friends. Mm-hmm. So we just sipped water all day.
Yeah,
that was tough.
It was, but we had a great time. And if we can figure out a way to do that, I mean, you want to do the midnight thing, Siege?
I don't know.
Yeah, Jerry, the diver guy.
I kind of do.
He wasn't there last time.
I wasn't there last time because if I was there, the whole damn train would have crashed.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We're going to have an extra bad influence.
So there's probably not going to be no diving at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how that unfolds. Will the bar be open late on Tuesday night for those type of festivities, or it'll be closing as usual, like at 11-ish or so, Tom? Do you know?
Yeah, we'll keep it open till 11 that night.
Okay.
Give you that,
all right.
Extra half hour to get ready for your midnight dive.
Exactly. Yeah, but you don't want to drink and dive, but or you could just drink and go out to the pier there on Commercial Boulevard and watch all the divers.
That's what we usually do.
Yes, that's it. You see all the spots. It's a nice light show
tonight.
Yeah. Well, it's
too late now.
Stuff. But look, go to Plunge Beach Resort or give them a call, get that Bugfest rate. Join us a week from Tuesday. I think it's the 27th of July. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is Bugfest. But you can hang for the whole week. Like Vinny Two Tanks and some of the rest of the crew are extending their stay there at Lauderdale by the Sea. You'll take care of them, right, Tom?
Absolutely. Stay through the weekend.
There you
go.
I'll be there for the Friday night party for sure.
All right. See, Vinny's already made plans. So there you go. Well, Tom, thanks for the update. We look forward to seeing you in a week or so. And, I know you're not diving, but ask your diving buddies where all the hot spots for finding those Florida spawning lobsters are so we know where to go. Okay?
I'll have that list ready.
All right. There you
Come
go.
on down.
All right. Tom Mulroy from the Plunge Beach Resort right there at Lauderdale by the Sea. It's just north of Commercial Pier. Not even a half mile up from the Commercial Pier, but a beautiful resort. Relatively only a few years old too, so it's a pretty new place. But the facility
and he's getting us a list.
Getting a list of what? What
you just asked for?
You just asked him for a list of where the hot spots were.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, of course. I thought he was talking about where on his list. I thought you were
said, and he's getting us the list.
Yes, he's gonna get us some GPS points, hopefully, or we gotta reach out to our lobster, Chiefy, our lobster guru. He'll be doing his seminar before the happy hour party, the kickoff party there at the Plunge Beach Hotel. So if you show up an hour or so before, you can get a little preview.
Maybe we can get him. Can we? Are you broadcasting next week?
Yeah, of course.
Maybe we can get him on the show for next week.
Yeah. Well, look at Vinny go. He's producing. He's looking ahead.
I'm not a
God
producer.
bless him.
I just thought it'd be a great idea if you.
No. We need a producer. That's great.
California is coming to life.
Have you heard this show? I mean, come on.
Greg needs all the help he can get.
Chiefy has a lot to say. He'd be a good guest.
Oh, absolutely. No, we're going to get Chiefy on for sure. I mean, we got to figure out a way to have him cough up those special sites. Yeah, we
almost had him 2 years ago. Remember?
Trust me, he knows where they are.
Of course he does.
You interviewed him on the pool deck last time.
That's
And
right.
I was really close to spilling the
You know,
beans.
he goes out. He lives there, so he goes out all year long.
Maybe what we got to do is shadow dive them. You know what I mean? I'll explain what that means next. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Be an explorer in the other 2/3 of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out in the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hi, this is Mermaid Cat.
What are you doing here?
You can check me out at mermaidcat.com.
Holy moly!
In the meantime, keep listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
That's some language you got there.
Now here's a guy. If he was a merman,
But why would you even say that?
I might let him penetrate the mucous membrane of my mermaid tail.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Greg, the dive master.
Yes, master.
Now get away from me, you sick bastard.
You are one sick bastard, you know that? But I like your style.
All right, that's great. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. By the way, Mermaid Kristen is teaching her first mermaid class today.
Ah, that's why she's blown us off.
Well, no, she was trying to connect with us, but she has to do it in between, teaching the little guppies,
Tadpoles.
Yeah, or whatever you call them. What is a?
I think they're called merlets.
Is that merlets?
I don't know.
We'll have to ask her. She's a
They're called
mermaid
wannabes.
instructor, but she's training future mermaids, the mermaids of
merlets?
tomorrow. Mermaids? Is that what you said?
Merlets.
Merlets. Baby mermaids are called merlets, according to CJ.
I don't know.
It sounds
I'm making
good
it
to
up
me.
as I go.
Works for
Got a
me.
nice ring to it.
Yeah, merlets. The mermaids of tomorrow. Anyway, she is doing that, and this is like her first official mermaid class, which is kind of cool. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, so that explains where Barry's at now.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it also is. Isn't it Women's Dive Day today, Jerry? Is today?
It's today, or it's coming up sometime soon.
Okay, he has no clue.
I
That's what
have
he's
no
saying.
clue
It's today.
when it is.
It is
soon.
today. Yeah.
It's today.
Well, see, Dr. Doug knows. See, so yeah, it's a unofficial. Patty puts this out. Professional Association of Dive Instructors has designated today Women's Dive Day. And that's great. I don't know. I don't quite get that whole thing, really, honestly. I was like, every day should be Women's Dive Day.
Cheryl Pratt said it is today.
Okay, well, thank you, Cheryl. I mean, but, what if they want a special day, that's fine, too.
Everything's got to have a day.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we've gone a little bit overboard with this stuff. It's like, there shouldn't be a special day that you have to wait and go dive that day. You know what I mean? I mean,
think it's just a celebration.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying.
You kind of are.
Okay. Maybe I am. Maybe
And
I am.
a lot of them will do Women's Dive Day fundraisers for breast cancer awareness and that sort of thing. So they can turn into kind of
A good cause
as well.
Right.
There you
Or
go.
a beach cleanup kind of thing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get that. Like I said, that makes more sense. But, I mean, it's like, let's say make every day a
You
day
know what?
for everyone.
Greg, it's not that big of a sacrifice. You have to make your own sandwich one day.
What? Never. I will be calling Jimmy John's. They deliver.
Okay.
So anyway, there's that. The other thing, we didn't talk about this last week because it was on the list, but it made the rounds and it's actually still circulating a lot online. Is this new dive pool in Dubai?
That's so cool.
It is pretty wild. It's not the first time this has been done.
Yes, 196 feet.
Yeah,
I want to dive that.
But it is a cool setup they have.
They've got video games in there.
I know that's what I think it's pretty cool. It's not
They
necessarily
have a
that
sunken city down there.
So cool.
It's not so much the fact that
Will
they've
Smith's been there.
created an aquarium that you can dive in. That's nothing new. But the fact that they got, like you said, a video game, what is it? They got foosball under there,
that's
and
awesome.
all this crazy stuff and some kind of weird scenery. It looks like you dive down into like amongst roots or something, or I don't know.
Mayan City.
It has some kind of wild vibe look to it, like a movie set.
The main thing is you got depth. You can go down.
Okay, that's the main thing. And and when you realize Dubai has nothing really other than let me back up here. I mean, because I don't want to slam them.
They're a major capital.
Well, I mean, the thing is, to me, I've been to Dubai twice, and it's to each his own. Everybody has their own thing. But when I went,
didn't like it?
I was really excited about going to Dubai. But when I got there, when you see all the magnificent buildings like you have on the Strip in Vegas, all these big resorts and the largest mall in the world and stuff, and it's like, but it's like Vegas without the fun. There's no gambling, there's no shows. They got all the pretty lights.
TCBYs?
What?
No TCBYs or thank God it's Fridays.
Yogurt?
No, they have that.
It's like Salt Lake City, Utah.
They have every restaurant and yogurt place in the
I bet
world.
you they didn't have a TGIF.
They did, actually, believe it or not. They had
So you can
every
walk down the
single.
strip and drink.
What is he
You can walk
talking
down the
about?
strip and drink like Vegas.
You mean like a Fat Tuesday place?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right. They don't have the booze. They don't have the parties like that. They don't have the shows, and they don't have the gambling.
They don't have bars?
No, because they don't really have drinking. I don't think there.
And Greg struggled.
Like fun.
Greg struggled to find a pulled pork sandwich anywhere. He kept looking like, no, sir, we don't serve that.
I had no problem actually with that. You could find that. They're very Americanized there in Dubai, we went into the world's largest mall, and it's impressive. I mean, it was like 4 stories tall, and just went forever. And actually, that's where they have an aquarium in their mall. There, I don't know if that's where this deep dive thing is, or it's somewhere else in Dubai, but it's
Did you max
impressive.
your card out at Hot Topic?
I'm going to stab you with a dull butter knife if you keep it up, young man. Anyway, it was, it's neat to kind of walk around and observe, but when you kind of look, behind the curtain, there's not a whole lot of stuff to do, or, all the fun stuff you have in Vegas is like,
Except dive a pool.
Exactly. So they create these unique experiences like, you know, an aquarium that you can dive down to 200 feet and play foosball. I mean, that would be something fun for sure. You know, they have an indoor ski slope.
You know, what'd be really cool is if they had something right at the safety stop. Like if the arcade games were right there so you can spend your safety stop playing a video
play
game.
like Space Invaders or something? Yeah, maybe.
If you're going to hang out, you might as well play a game.
Maybe you need to do, maybe you need to
I don't know if
create
that's
one of
where
them.
they are. I couldn't tell from the pictures.
Yeah, I don't know. Were they electronic video games?
Look like it.
Yeah, okay. I remember
like
seeing the
sealed up.
foosball thing. I didn't remember seeing the video
I thought I
game
saw like
stuff.
Pac-Man or something.
Yeah, would you do that, Dr. Doug, or would that be too cheesy for you to mark off the list? What do you think?
Actually, we're thinking about going there. We're going to the Maldives next April with some friends, so we may try and go by on the way out or the way back. Jared Jablonski is the one who kind of runs it, the CEO of GUE.
Well, there you
He's
go.
Kind of
He kind of helped them, consulted on that
design
project.
and kind of running it and so forth. So yeah,
All right.
it'd be fun to do once.
Okay, yeah, and you know, as a layover over to the Maldives, that's why I went to Dubai as well. So it would be a good layover option. All right, more coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo with a buddy or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, no Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. And then we got Bubble Boy, Jerry the Diver Guy, Vinny Two Tanks, and Dr. Doug Ebersol, who just told us that Jared Jablonski is involved in that deep aquarium dive facility that has just opened up. I don't know. It's been open a couple months now, I think, hasn't it, in Dubai? Or do you know, Dr. Doug?
I don't know. I'm like everybody else. I just saw it kind of hit the hit the airwaves and so forth a week or so ago and kind of read up about it and so forth. But
I gotcha.
It's probably been open a little while.
Right.
They don't have actual pricing up yet because I actually looked. So it's probably been open, but they haven't quite got it ready for prime time as far as people going in yet, I guess.
Got it. Now, and let me ask you and make sure I clarify this. Did you say He's actually working that facility, or is he just helped consult it and set it up?
I think he's a consultant. From what I've been told, I haven't seen Jared in a long time, but I've been told he's been in Dubai for quite a while.
Huh.
So he's not in High Springs at the moment. So he's been over there. From what I heard, that's secondhand.
Right.
Yes, I think he was contracted to kind of help design, build, run it.
Well, if
some aspect of it.
I follow him on Facebook, and I talked to Jared back in the day. It's been a while.
So you guys are close personal friends.
Yeah, exactly.
You interviewed him once.
Right. But if I'm pretty certain he's involved in the Avatar movies. Isn't he working with James Cameron on that stuff too?
That I have no idea, but that definitely would not surprise me.
And maybe I wasn't supposed to share that with anyone. But there you go. And there could be some
shame
thing
on
going
you, Greg.
But yeah, Avatar 2 and 3, there's a bunch of our friends that are involved in some of the scenes going on that they're putting together. I think it's all been shot now. They're just putting on, all the special effects and stuff and things. But there was a lot of underwater work that was involved, and they recruited a lot of our friends. Like you said, close personal friends, because they've said hi to me once. So it counts, right?
They said, get out of my way.
No, they said hi first, and then they realized who I was, and then told me to get out of the way.
You now.
Yeah, okay. More coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Radio. Scuba Radio. Before Superman, before the Lone Ranger, before Bruce Wayne, came the Cape Crusader, naked scuba boy, he roamed the earth.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Little shout out to our friends there at Scuba Divers Uncensored. Last week, Matt and their crew were on the show, and we were talking about scuba diving superheroes like Naked Scuba Boy. And they looked at me like I was on Mars, and I'm like, what are you talking about? You've never heard of Naked Scuba Boy. He has his own theme song. And there you go.
Obviously not listeners of the show.
Well, okay, there's that. But still, Naked Scuba Boy. Everyone knows Naked Scuba Boy. I mean, maybe you're not, you're too young, because it was before, the Lone Ranger and Superman and stuff.
Oh, that's why.
So, yeah, it was a
now
precursor.
he's Naked Scuba Old Man.
Yeah, well, now when you see Naked Scuba Boy, yeah, you're kind of like, oh, please put something back on.
Maybe they'll have him on Shark Week next year.
You think?
He's all covered in barnacles. It's okay.
Okay, there's that. But yeah, Naked Scuba Boy could make an appearance anytime. I heard that since, the Aqua Gypsy was celebrating her birthday this weekend, that Naked Scuba Girl was potentially going to, make an appearance at a local South Florida diving site.
She is going to stab your eyes out, Greg.
What? I'm just saying, it's a birthday thing, right? Isn't that a rite of passage on your birthday,
The birthday
Jerry?
suit?
Have you ever?
No.
Yeah, she, that's it's a thing.
Don't say that. Jerry just remote started his car.
Wow. That's quite a
He's
trick.
going to be heading down there right now.
That's quite a trick. Yeah, but that whole thing that, like on your 100th dive, you're supposed to dive naked, or on your birthday, you're supposed to dive on your birthday suit. Have you ever taken advantage of that, Vinny? Wait, I'm really asking Vinny this? Of all people?
You just did.
What do you think, Vinny? Have you ever done that? Or would you tell anyone if you did?
No, he's on mute. That's why he's
Yeah,
on
he
mute.
did.
He doesn't want to tell.
No, I just never heard of that tradition before. Really?
What?
It must be difficult to streamline.
What do you mean?
You don't want to be dangling, hoses and such.
Ah, okay.
I just never heard of that before. Really?
You've never heard of the 100th dive. You're supposed to dive naked.
I think Greg's just trying to get men to dive naked for some reason.
I had not heard that.
Okay, Jerry the diver guy, is this a thing or not? You're an instructor.
It's supposed to be a thing.
Okay, and Dr. Doug Ebersol, I don't want you to risk your professional reputation, but you've heard of this nonsense.
I've heard of that as a quote thing, but I've never actually known anyone that did it.
Yes. Now I will say I will say the same thing as Dr. Doug. I've heard people talk about this many times. I've never witnessed it, but I've heard people talk about it.
Everybody's all talk, no
I
action.
passed my 100th dive up 4,000 and 5,000 dives ago. I can't remember.
All hat, no cattle.
But, it's a 50-50 chance whether, Jerry the diver guy, drops his drawers on any dive.
Well,
so it's not
there
really
have been some occasions.
not a big deal, literally, when, for him. So, but it is a thing, whether you choose to participate and celebrate your 100th dive or your birthday, it's a personal choice. I'm not judging either way. If you choose to make it a little bit more memorable, because it'd probably be something you wouldn't forget.
I do know a story of a prominent person in the dive industry who will remain nameless, who was in charge of activities in diving in Antarctica for several seasons, and he was sent a photograph to kind of eat his heart out of a friend of his in the Virgin Islands scuba dive with 2 topless women.
Oh.
So this diver decided to jump naked in the waters of Antarctica and have his photo taken to send it back to this guy. And I basically told him, in 29-degree water, I don't care what kind of a man you are, that's not going to be a very flattering photograph. But
shrinkage.
Yeah.
It's one way to take a cold shower.
Yeah, that'll do it. I will actually, I've never witnessed anything like that, but I was on a live-aboard trip years ago, and there were 2 girls from California on the boat, and I think it was like day 2 or 3. They, there was, everybody went out and did their dive, first dive of the morning kind of thing, and we're coming around, and I was just hanging around on the boat after the first dive, clearing up my gear and stuff, and I'd went up to the top deck to dry off in the sun, right? And all of a sudden I start hearing all the dive masters, or the workers on the boat, start chattering like, hey, and you hear all this talk going on. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I finally went up to one. I'm like, what, was there an emergency? It's like, oh no, these 2 girls came out and they came back to the boat and they're butt-ass naked. And they had showers on the back of the vessel, and the crew had noticed this. And evidently, I don't know if they were celebrating a birthday or just themselves or what. I don't know. But they put on a show for the crew. I mean, we didn't see this. We just heard about it. So God bless them.
I've also heard that for the males, the naked dive doesn't count unless you, right as you jump in, you yell, everybody Wang Chung tonight.
That would be a little extra bonus, maybe.
A little flair.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I mean, Naked Scuba Boy probably has
Don't
a
encourage
catchphrase.
him, Beanie.
Maybe that could be it. How would you say it again?
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
And then the Naked Scuba Boy dives in, does his giant stride.
Splash.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that. So you got Naked Scuba Boy, you got Lobster Boy. Yeah, there's a lot of boys when it comes to superhero, water-themed type of superhero kind of folks,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's the Lobster Slayer. There's Bug Boy.
The Crustacean Crusher.
Bug Girl. And that's it.
That's it. The only one I can
There's
think
3
of.
of them. There's
Just the
Lobster
3.
Slayer,
Bug
Boy, and Bug Girl. Yeah.
Right.
I see how it is now.
The three
I see how it
superheroes that know how to catch lobster.
Yep.
I see
If
how
there was
it is.
another one, that'd be
Yeah.
good, but I don't.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
It would be. Yeah.
We'll redeem ourselves this year.
You think so?
Once again, I will be the Crustacean Crusher.
You will be the mankini.
Hey, y'all don't try me, I'll bring the bikini and we'll go diving in it.
The Naked Lobster. What would it be?
Naked redneck.
The Naked Redneck
Hillbilly.
Lobster. Something. There's something there. I don't know. It's probably something we shouldn't be talking about, but because we're just encouraging him, when we do this. That's the sad part.
The hairy hillbilly.
And we'll be the one
sad part
that'll
is
be in years
alcohol
of
gets
therapy
involved,
trying
I
to
do
get over
crazy
this.
things.
What it'll be what Brittany thinks about what?
What?
Well, I thought you said Brittany will think
No,
what?
I said when alcohol is involved, I do crazy things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you go from Turtle Town. Turtle Town?
Be careful what you say there.
Turtle Town to Mushroom Town.
Is that it? Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on here. But anyway, there are superheroes that divers can, they can take on that persona. And I think lobster season is a perfect time to kind of jump on that thing. But when I brought this up to the folks from Scuba Divers Uncensored, they look like I was on Mars or something.
Yeah, you get that a lot.
Yeah, but not normally during the show.
Yeah, during the show.
Okay.
Usually don't look this way.
True.
You'd see it a lot.
I usually can't see their face is what you're saying. That's it. Yeah, but we got this new video up on YouTube and Facebook Live, so we get a little bit more of that immediate reaction.
It's kind of like this.
Huh? Wow. Yeah, okay. All right. When you look at it like that, it's that makes it very awkward. And anyway.
What the fudge?
Quit it. Just stop it. Where do you want to go though? Next. I mean, Dr. Doug, let me ask you. You're not you got some work you got to take care of, and you can't participate in Bugfest, I hear. Is that right?
Yeah, it's actually not really work. We're going to visit we're going to be watching our grandson for a week while our daughter's out of town.
Well, priorities, and plus he heard Jerry talking about wearing his mankini.
Yeah, best
right.
Want to stay away from that. But as far as after you get through that, you got some stuff on the agenda.
Yeah,
or
a
what?
trip to the Great Lakes with some friends. We're doing the Great Lakes in August, which I've not done before. I've done the St. Lawrence, but not done the Great Lakes. So we're going to be doing it's a bunch of rebreather divers. So I'll be up there.
Nice.
And then my wife and I have a trip to Dunbar Rock in September, which is off Honduras.
Right.
So that'll be fun.
It's its own little private resort. It just takes up this entire rock out there in the middle of the ocean. Well, it's not far from shore, is it? You can
No, I don't know for sure, but yeah, it's just a quick little ride over by boat, I think.
Yeah, but it's your own little private island kind of thing.
It's like a liveaboard on an island.
Yeah.
Because it only holds like 20 guests or something.
Gotta love it. Yeah, that's on my list. That location is definitely on my list of places to go. All right, more coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hi, Larry. Florida spiny lobster season is open and the divers are coming for us.
Fear not, my quaking crustacean. We're way too fast for those bubble-blowing morons.
But they have the equalizer.
The equalizer?
The equalizer is a lightweight lobster snare with a one-handed band-powered trigger that grabs lobsters fast. Get your equalizer now at Florida dive retailers and at lobstersnare.net.
Larry, duck in. I can see your antenna.
Yikes.
The equalizer lobster snare at lobstersnare.net.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio. Dive, dive, dive.
And who wouldn't want to be a lobster boy, I think? Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Florida spiny lobster season, which kicks off officially.
I have been told to go crawl under a rock.
Okay.
So I don't know if that was related.
It makes total sense. If you want to catch the lobster, you got to think like a lobster. You got to be a lobster. And CJ turns into Bug Boy. He usually throws salt water in his mouth when he says, "I am Bug Boy."
Yeah, that was a rogue wave.
That was great.
That was a rogue wave. That should have been an outtake. But
well, no, I
the
think
lack of professionalism on that shoot.
No, I think what that was moving.
I understand why Christian Bale freaked out that time.
Well, every diving superhero has to have its catchphrase, and yours was, "I am Bug Boy." When you say Bug Boy,
that little roller came up and
just hits your mouth at the right moment.
Perfect timing.
It just adds a little bit more magic to the whole thing, and it makes it very memorable.
Just goes to show we weren't faking it.
Right. Well, you can't fake it if you're going to be a superhero.
That wasn't CGI.
You're holding your looper above your head. It was kind of glowing green fluorescent, and you're like, "Oh,
get ready to come up on the ladder."
Don't feel bad, CJ. You were still more intelligible than our beloved president.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there's
come
that.
on. Take out back. Beat the crap.
Anyway, just stop it. Just stop it, you two. But yeah, Lobster Boy, Bug Girl. I mean, Brittany has been talking a lot of smack, and being that it is her birthday,
It's not rocket surgery.
And she's not here, I'm not going to throw her under the bus right now. But she has kind of laid down the gauntlet that she thinks she can out lobster catch the lobster slayer.
I think she's going to give you a run for your money.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think
she
that's
was
true.
Doing pretty well 2 years ago.
She did okay for a beginner,
Is she a beginner? Has she not done that before?
I have no idea. We're going to have the equalizer.
The equalizer?
Yeah. We're going to have the equalizer with us. We're going to have some to give away at Bugfest as well. But we do have, we're going to have those at our disposal as well as the scuba jets. We're going to be able to cover a lot of ground and find a lot of lobster. And that's the thing. So if Jerry the Diver Guy, if we can, he's going to be a bad influence and keep the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad from being able to do that midnight dive. But if we can figure out a way to counter his, like kryptonite-like efforts to keep us from diving at midnight, which means, no drinking.
You just have to make up your mind. You just have to make up your mind.
You got to make up your mind.
You're either going to do it or you're not.
Right. But we could, what the thing about doing the midnight dive is that you do have a much better shot because there's potentially more lobsters out there because they haven't been picked over yet.
Yeah.
But they're out scavenging. They're running around all over the place, right? And they're not under the ledges. They're out foraging for food. So you have to cover a lot of ground and just get lucky to, it's like, oh, there's one. And when we did that, we actually saw quite a few. And it was a lot of fun, but they're out and about. And so you got to kind of cover, you got to swim a lot. You got to, we definitely, we covered a lot of ground that,
we swam
that night.
all over. But we were shallow, so we could stay out for
Yeah, well, right there, Lauderdale by the Sea, you have great beach diving. You can stay shallow. You can cover, stay out for a couple hours or whatever it takes.
I don't think we got back till like 3:30 in the morning.
No, we didn't.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. But think about this. If we have our scuba jet and we could just have those things pull us all around, we could cover just tons of reef area. And I'll tell you what, I think we could do really, really well with lobster season this year. If we do that. Now, if we just wait and go the next day during the, we could still cover a lot of ground with the scuba jets. But at midnight and doing it on a night dive, that could be pretty special. So what do you think there, Crustacean Crusher?
I'll try my best to refrain if that's what you all want to do.
Well, I'm just, you're a bad influence. And I'm just saying.
How dare you, Greg?
If we're going to do this, we may need to try to, hold to our guns and see if we can pull this off. And
I'm
make it
sweet and innocent.
And he's a liar.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
So-
gosh, Greg, with your navigational skills and the scuba jet,
that's what we
shouldn't be
worry
any
about.
problem at all. We'll probably surface somewhere off the Cape Verde Islands.
Yeah. Well, that would be the goal. I mean,
How about Bimini?
why not? Land up in Bimini.
that would be actually
There
nice.
you go. See, yeah. Actually, the one thing Shark Week, I forgot to mention this earlier. The one show I saw, they think there's a great hammerhead hotspot off the coast of Andros.
Cool.
The sharks may be during the summer.
Which is near Bimini.
I don't know if it's near Bimini. It's a totally different island, but it's in the Bahamas chain. Yes.
It's pronounced Bimini.
No, I don't think that's accurate.
I miss Andros, Greg.
Yeah. We
Bimini.
were there back in the day. We didn't see any great hammerheads then, but they were saying they may be hanging there. They're there in Bimini during the winter months, but if in the summer months they're hanging over in Andros, we may have a new option to dive with the great hammerheads. We'll have to talk to the dive god about that next week on the big show. All right, so that'll give us our assignment till then.
Down where it's wetter. Oh, wait.
No, you're not ready. Remember, it's always better now.
Where?
Yeah.
Down where it's wetter.
That's it. All right, safe diving, everyone.
There you want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio.
This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.